Happy Saturday, everyone. What is happening out there? Let the good times roll. We got a music theme going on in the chat right now. Pretty fast Abdul's. That's the theme song to the Jeffersons. Shout out Tropic Thunder, one of the greatest. Could be one of the greatest movies ever made. Oh, so good. And then moving on up. So good, so good. What's happening, everyone? Good to see you all. Good to see you all. What's up, Red Squirrel? Number one, as usual. Again, Red Squirrel's usually not number two. It's usually number one, or he just doesn't appear. And that's rare, though. That's rare. What's up, Crypto Compassion? Good to see you, man. Hope to see you in Vegas. In bribes we trust. Is it bribes or brides? It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. What's up, Finn Bear? How's it going? Honey Dripper says, best PulseChain content around. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I do try to bring good information to the internet. I try to do that. What's up, James Arbery? How's it going? Dune 2 is, oh man, I know. I want to see it. I'm not going to get a chance to see it for probably not till next week at the earliest. Probably not till the week after, honestly. You know what? No, I did check. It was like 3 hours long. You know what? It's hard. Fun fact. I mean, I definitely want to see the movie, but it's hard for me to sit through one chunk of a movie like that. Like any movie, it could be 2 hours long, it could be an hour and a half long. I usually break it up into like half or like 45-minute chunks or something like that, and then watch it over a few nights. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I can't. It's hard for me to dedicate 2 or 3 hours to one movie. However, I've heard nothing but phenomenal reviews of Dune 2. So, it could be worth it too. Oh, nothing max. I know, man. I like that attitude. I like that. Steven, what's up? 3 days before I head out to Vegas. Awesome, man. Steven, assume you're a Hexagon or Pulsecan or however. And good to see people going to the PulseChain tour, PulseChainTour.com. Shout out to PulseChain Tour. I'll be doing a talk there, hanging out with some peeps, and enjoying the festivities of the desert. From what I hear, been there a few times. Seems like a festive place. But the main story today. By the way, I've been watching All In podcast. If you guys don't watch that, you probably should. I'm going to pull it up here because it's so important. I think we should take a look. I've been on season 4. We're going to start with. We're going to keep it movies for the first 5 minutes here. Movies and media. All In podcast. If you don't follow it, amazing. I'll drop the link in the chat. You literally got at All In. Awesome. These 4 guys are super informative about markets, different views and different things. Yeah, they're super cool. I like them. They're like all Silicon Valley venture capitalist guys, but like in the best sense possible. Like not in any of the bad sense you may be thinking of. They're like in the best sense possible. 4 great personalities. And then also Succession. Yeah, I know I'm probably late to this show, but boy, that's a good show. I'm on season 4, halfway through season 4 right now. Half the time I'm like watching 45 minutes of Succession before I stream a lot too. If I don't watch it in the afternoon, I can watch it in the evening. Great show. So anyways, I thought we'd kick it off with that before we get to, oh my gosh, the prices are going down. No. It's like that meme. What's that? How do I search for this? Screaming no meme. Yeah, this one. The prices. We've taken a hard hit at negative 1.15%. Anyways, although fun show. It's Saturday. It's the weekend, right? We're gonna have a little fun on the first. You don't have to be 100% data all the time, right? Tetra all-time high. I've not checked, but I believe it. Tetra is a huge product I'm looking forward to for sure this year. What's up, VTX Crypto? Hazel Hex, the Chad of the Chads, his muscles. Some people say his muscles are bigger than his brain. I don't know. I think they're both large instruments. I'll say that. Good to see you, Chad. Good to see you. All In. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, All In podcast is, I don't know why people don't. There's some people who, if you watch it or listen to it, you love it. But if you don't, you just like never heard of it. It's one of those things. Hello from Switzerland. I've not been to Switzerland for a very long time. Where have I been to Switzerland? I've been to Zurich, of course, and then some other small towns away from Zurich. But I was supposed to go back before zombie virus. I was planning on going back and driving around a little bit, different countries out there in the Europe. But yeah, cute. This is fine. All right, we'll look up this is fine real quick too. If you don't know how to make memes, by the way, it's super easy. Just do something like this, and you can upload your own picture too. Image flip is awesome. You can upload your own image and caption it too, but like you can be like, prices go down, and then you can just generate. It's really cool. So shout out to everyone creating media for the PulseChain Hex community, all that stuff. Moonbutt, how's it going? How's it going? Anyways, let's get to some of the topics. We got quite a few, and I don't have all day. I'm gonna put the war chest. You know what? Every chance I get, I want to talk about the war chest. I don't think this is something that's become more and more relevant. I always like to be ahead of the curve. I've been talking about this thing for months. Tanto Namini made it months ago. He's awesome. Shout out to him. And yeah, if you ever hear people talking about $600 million, what does that mean? Where does that come from? Check out the war chest. Yeah, check this out. You can also see the $3.5 billion for the Hex, give or take there. I'm sure the prices aren't up to date, but wow. Aren't you glad that somebody may never sell all that Hex? Pretty cool, I think. Pretty cool indeed. So yeah, I did whole streams on war chest and all the different sacrifice stuff and all that. So you can just search RHMax war chest and stuff if you want to see more of that. But boy, it's a good time to be in the ecosystem that's flush with cash, even though I don't know, we're flush with paper, right? We're flush with, I imagine most of us are flush with tokens that aren't worth nearly as much as we think they will be. So yeah, let's check on the bridge real quick too. I got a lot of stuff to get to, but I'll talk to, and you got any questions, put them in the chat. I'll get to them when I can. 170 mil. You guys know that what, I want to say 3 months ago, this thing was like at 60, 70, 80 million dollars. Did a 2-3x in 3 or 4 months on the bridge. And that's not all the recent one either. I mean, it's been going up for a while. That's people who think their money can go to work on PulseChain. Pretty amazing. I mean, I can't show the picture of the big bridge enough. It's just, it's fantastic. But I get to the $200 million as well. Shout out to Storyteller and also someone else. I forget who I saw it from else today as well. But $200 million, and I've been covering this. Did content on it recently. Talked to Money Gang and all that stuff too about it. But yeah, another cool $200 million casually has moved to a fresh wallet. And yeah, that's another case for not RH making all these moves and stuff. You know how many wallets are associated with this stuff? I mean, you almost need an entire platform. Maybe there is. Maybe like, paid for an entire platform to be built to let, blockchain stuff occur. He doesn't just have MetaMask sitting there in a browser doing all this stuff. If he is indeed doing it, whoever's doing this is using like a professional, I imagine, I'm speculating, of course. Imagine they're using a professional platform to make sure, one, there's no screw ups, and two, managing it. Can you imagine managing hundreds or thousands of wallets? And there's new wallets coming all the time, especially recently. Just crazy, man. Crazy. So yeah, I tweeted this yesterday. I was just thinking, I was like, how are you not excited about the world's largest DAI holder started buying PulseChain? Like, people who aren't in this ecosystem or just passively see it or otherwise. And I did a live chat earlier, I did a live chat now. I was looking for live streams. I do it every once in a while. I'll super chat people to be like, hey, what do you guys think about PulseChain? And see if they say anything interesting, or if they even, like, some of them like it, some of them never heard of it, some of them don't like it, whatever. But I did one earlier today. I actually made a tweet on it. Let's see. Where's the tweet? I'll just go to my Twitter and check it. Tweeted earlier today. And I didn't even tag or anything because I was like, I don't want. Last time I did that, they just, I don't know, crypto. I want people to be kind, so I don't want to like even if somebody doesn't say anything good about PulseChain, I don't want them to be berated by all of us who have an opinion on why they should change their mind, because a lot of people don't do it in the best way. But if you watch this clip, I just said, okay, what do you think about PulseChain? A lot of major pumps going on. I've noticed so many people during live streams, they use CoinMarketCap. They're just scrolling through there. A lot of them use TradingView. A lot of them use tools that don't represent the depth of our products and don't tell a story at all. And a lot of them are referencing liquidity pools or exchanges or things that where most of the volume is not. And it's like, I literally asked the question, like, how do we tell people, hey, PulseChain is amazing, Hex is amazing, all this stuff, when a lot of them, they're just not into DeFi. And there's nothing wrong with not being into DeFi. Like, again, teach their own. A lot of people aren't into crypto at all. They're not okay with the risk. They're not okay with whatever. It's fine. I wish everyone the maddest of gains, regardless they are in my system, in my product, in my sector, whatever. But just the speculation on, they look at a chart. And again, if you watch the clip, you can see it. Looks at the chart and then just speculates about, first it's confusing and hard to find information about PulseChain using CoinMarketCap and otherwise. And then, of course, the values aren't, the market cap and the volume stuff numbers don't look good. And then, the chart, of course, all that. And you're not going to give anyone a reason to talk anything good about the chart at that point when they see like an up and then a down and then, but you can see the up on the right side. But just speculating about all that, just not a lot of good things to say. Again, if you want to click on it and read, listen to it, you can. But again, be kind. Like, please don't go berate these people and go tell them they don't know what they're doing or whatever. I just struggle with that. I don't know how to tell people. I don't know how to tell the story of PulseChain to the influencers coming from the traditional background of just looking. I mean, we all used to just use CoinMarketCap to look at coins, right? We all used to do that. I've been here since 2016. That's all there was for a while. But man, it's just it's hard to, people talk about the CX stuff, and I talked about this a little bit here of the trade-offs we have for decentralized apps, and I built Go Real DeFi to solve all those problems too, at least until maybe the devs update in the future and do that. But not having the numbers, not having the things. So CoinMarketCap's excuse, right, is that Hex and maybe PulseChain or whatever, at least Hex will say, it's not lifted on enough exchanges to meet the volume requirements and all that stuff. Exchanges meaning centralized exchanges. So, and apparently that they want to keep ignoring DeFi, or they want to put in a different section or whatever. It's almost as if they can't make as much money of it than traditional models, right? So how do we get people? How do we get the influencers who don't know much about DeFi, who are not aligned or incentivized to? But if we want to, ask them to, reference it or ask them what they think or otherwise, showing to all, getting them good information by just taking a pedestrian look at it. Like, it's not even past how do we get them to buy it and shill it, promote it, and see all this stuff. How do we even get them to, see what's there when, you can call it gatekept, you can call it just not participating, in the system of the news and all that stuff too. It's just one of those things we have, and it's hard to overcome. I haven't heard any good ideas for this other than getting on central exchanges, make up the volume. It's like this. I mean, it sucks that you gotta like go out of your way to be in places just to create the stats for the centralized players to list you or rank you appropriately or give you better charts. I don't know. Maybe they just won't. Maybe it'll just never happen. Maybe it'll just again, green candles, of course, too. But at that point, I don't know. At that point, it's just one of those tragic things. Not everyone's going to make it. Not everyone's going to make it. It doesn't mean you're going to make it even if you're in the ecosystem now. Maybe you don't have enough money to get to whatever goal you have, or maybe, you're going to trade it around and lose it in certain coins or otherwise. Yeah. There's this whole level of extraction, like people inside our ecosystem, and then people on the outside looking in, and the people who on the outside but don't care about DeFi, and the people who, buying the Bitcoin ETF. It's like, to get into the middle where we are, where we can clearly see the opportunity for mad gains and glory plan unfolding and all the benefits and stuff of our ecosystem, decentralization and trustless yield and stuff. It's hard. I don't have a lot of good answers, honestly. To get ranked on centralized market cap sites, apparently you need to be listed on centralized other places where they pull data. That's one thing. Or somehow their incentives change and they start supporting or listing or promoting the decentralized data sources or otherwise. Until then, I don't know. I don't know when that's going to change, or if it will, when it will. But how do we get influencers into DeFi, and then once you're into DeFi, it's pretty clear. You can see a lot of the high potential ones. It's a hard problem to solve. So, and a lot of trade-offs. There's no right or wrong answer. Anyways, I'll get to chat. That's my riff on that. What's up, the Mr. Max? How's it going? Good day to you as well. Crypto Dave, it'll be easier over time. Green candle spread. That's the thing. I try to, I want to assume there'll be green candles. I don't know, but I want to assume that. But for months and years now, I've been asking or wondering, or I've had conversations with people. What can we do without green candles? Because I want to do all of that stuff. I want to do all this stuff because I can't make green candles come myself, but I can do other stuff. So what can I do? What kind of content can I create? What kind of, content's obviously a big part of it. What kind of initiatives can I support? What kind of products can we build? What can we do if we can't influence green candles? If we're not whales or big enough or powerful enough or influential enough to make people buy the product or ourselves or whatever, that kind of capital actually moves the needle. What else can we do? Now, I've been asking that question for a long time, and I've been trying to, whatever I learned from that, I've been trying a little bit at a time to push that forward. So hopefully I'm not the only one, obviously, but that's just been my mindset on it. Hello, future millionaires. I like to hear that. Multi-millionaires, let's say. I imagine a lot of people in the ecosystem already are millionaires. Plenty of people who aren't, but I imagine plenty are, and they just want more millions. Seems worthwhile. Billions even. Billions sounds pretty cool. Do a lot of good things with a lot of money. That's the whole thing about billionaires stuff too. It's like a lot of people either hate rich people or hate billionaires or think they're evil or something. I'm like, my take is, I don't want to remove billionaires. I want to do the socialist approach, or I don't want to hate them or anything. Honestly, they're inspiring to me. And I think if anything else, the solution to the problem is create better billionaires, create more millionaires that want to be a force for good in the world. I don't know what other ecosystem's trying to do that. I know ours is, though. Keep explaining great feature PulseChain. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, I've tried to make, I did Hex and PulseChain and PulseX in 15 minutes. I shout out to anyone who's making basic Hex stuff and basic PulseChain content. It is never that kind of evergreen stuff and that kind of fresh stuff that people see that are new videos. That is very powerful, but it's so hard to do if you've been here for a while. It's so hard to get the people who've been here for a while, who know, the product so well, to be motivated enough to do it. It's so hard. I did it, but it's not my favorite thing to do, because it's, I like teaching people. I like, spreading information. I like talking about that. But, making the elementary content that is so useful for all the elementary, new people in crypto coming in, say elementary respectfully, right? Just new people, introductory content. Let's say it like that. It's hard to do. And so shout out to people who are making what is Hex, or how to sec your Hex coins, or, how to claim your PulseChain airdrop. I'll try to put it in every once in a while when it's easy to do. But yeah, shout out to everyone who's just making fresh content about that, because I think that's really helpful. Coffee and a few others do a lot of work like that. It's not easy. It's not easy to get excited about doing that, but I think it is effective. So it's very cool. So anyone out there wants to make how to do this videos, fresh content about the ecosystem, sounds like a good idea to me. Crypto, DeFi, blessing, curse, buried entry. Yeah, I know. There are trade-offs. Like, it's not just this one way, oh, decentralization, it's amazing. It's, I mean, even, centralization good for price thing. Like, we can go down there. We can say, hey, the IPFS thing is really cool until no one understands how to use it. And we randomize everyone in the ecosystem with stuff that they don't even want to learn. Shout out to GoRealDeFi.com. Hopefully, again, the official websites will look something like what I built. And other people, have worked on too. But yeah, it's how to get money in and out. How do you, I hope one day, we build the fairest and most decentralized system possible, but it's not this 1 and 0, it's not this black and white type of thing. I think it's a spectrum, but I hope we end up on the better side of the spectrum for sure. We love Real DeFi. Thank you. Not sure if you're talking about the website or in general, but I'll take both. Sparky, thank you very much. Appreciate that. How about getting listed on Atomic Wallet? They have 5 million users. Better things. Yeah. That's, is there a request? Let's look it up real quick. Is there request listing Atomic Wallet? That if 200 people request, then maybe they'll do it. I don't know. Here you go. Here's support. I don't know if they have a direct request line, but if that's the most appropriate way to do it. I imagine if I was a company and I saw hundreds of people asking to support a chain that I don't support yet, that seems like 100 more customers that would use my wallet by doing that. I might do it. I might spend some more time on that. Talk to chat before I go on. Wouldn't Robinhood be a good starting platform to get listed? Yeah, like I said, incentives like that. Why would they list PulseChain? Why would they list Hex? There's no ref links. There's no influencers who are making a ton of money off of it. I would say there's no margin trading, but we do have Fame, decentralized leverage platform and stuff, Fiat, Fame, and all the PH products and stuff. But it's one of those things. Who's going to pay the listing fee? We can't. This is you do the work environment. You do the work community. So I think if Richard's going to pay for it, he probably already would have. I don't think he should. And I think it inspires people in the community who want to, do well, make an effort, contribute and all that. If they got enough money, should do it. There's plenty of things that Hexagons have done over the years and that have been good things. What's up, Crypto Winter Bull? See you, man. I think by 2025 we'll be listed on Skid Repos changes. Could be. My Ponzi's better than your Ponzi. It's basically every crypto community shouting at the other crypto community. Not going to get to all the questions. I'm going to go on here. What's up, Access Alive? What do RHMax? Oh, man, that you really enunciated that one, huh? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I'll see you in a few days as well. We'll have some fun. All right, I want to move on because I can't. I know. Appreciate you all in the chat as well. I just want to make sure we cover all the stuff before I run out of time. I got a little bit of time though. We'll see. So another thing I wanted to cover. Something I'd like to hear. If you guys haven't done this poll, I'd really like to get some data here. I think it'd be very interesting to see. Whoa, Peru. Shout out to Peru. I have one country I haven't been to. Awesome. Maybe one day. Awesome. Shout out to you, bank. Oops. So how many X's from today do you need at today's prices to be financially free with Hex, PulseChain, PulseX? Send me in the chat as usual. I'll play the elevator music. Somebody give me an answer to pick in the chat so I can see the answers to all the percentages. I don't want to taint it myself, so that's why I'm going to ask for your help. So is it less than 5x, 5 to 10x, 50x, 100x or more? Dun 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 dun. Coffee break. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, awesome, Paul. Thank you. Paul doesn't want to hear me sing anymore. What's up, Paul? Appreciate that. 100x or more. All right. Well, is this is this a sliding scale from people have a little bit amount of money in the ecosystem to the whales? You could say that, because if you need 100x or more, right? That means yeah. I mean, and this is like everyone's got their own situation, but let's say you need $5 million to feel like you can don't have to work the rest of your life, or you can put that away and earn yield and whatever number. I'm not again financial advice or any sort of retirement advice like that. Some people need 2 million, to go. Maybe they want to live in Thailand or somewhere. Some people need 5 million. Some people, have a family and stuff. And they have other ambitions on. Maybe they need 10 million or otherwise. So, and it doesn't mean you need this much and then you'll sell it all and get out. Doesn't mean that either. You can still get to a certain point, get to a certain number of X's, sell a percentage of it, and then keep the rest in for yield. Search RHMax retirement stream, RHMax 100x crypto. I've got a few. Let's see. Actually, I added to the website recently. GoRealDeFi.com. Added a money tab. You guys like that? The money tab with a little money face. Look at the green dollar for the tongue. Looking good. Click that money tab. That will take you to one of my favorite series that I have did on YouTube, and I hope to do number 5 at some point as well. Making money in crypto. So this goes over all kinds of different strategies and yield plays, and we do TA stuff. Axis is in there. Neil, Dylan, Sloth. A lot of people who seem to be pretty well versed in making money in the ecosystem. And then I also added to this playlist the Is 100x Crypto Enough to Retire You 2024-25. And this is, I think this is the clipped shorter version of it, which apparently people like the title or the thumbnail more because they got a ton more views somehow, or they just like 20-minute shorter videos. I'm not sure. Along with the other few ones as well, and different stuff I talked about with yield opportunities in the ecosystem, yield arbitrage and tokenomics. Really cool stream. Me and Sloth did as well in here too. So yes, this one video is hidden. I actually have a scheduled one, a clip from the Sloth stream coming out on this one. I believe that's the one hidden video. Yeah, go to GoRealDeFi.com. Not only can you use all the apps, you can also learn to earn. Click money. Can't be simpler than that, huh? Or onboarding. If you're new, click onboarding. Send this to all your friends, family who you're like, I don't know how to buy PulseChain. Just tell you how to buy PulseChain, tell you how to stake, tell you how to do MetaMask, tell you how to trade, and all the different stuff, yield farming, all that stuff. That's what I've been doing in the bear market. Producing, creating a ton of content to make sure we are epically ready. There's no shortage of information. You have everything you need to figure out this ecosystem. So on that, if you're interested in the different thoughts and ideals and strategies and stuff, again, check out this series, binge it. Could be the best, 4 or 5 hours you spend listening to content. I think these are some of my favorite streams because I really feel like I produce a lot of good information for people. So check that out. But again, just getting back to the poll, less than 5% less 4% of people need less than 5x so far. I mean, I just did this today. Hopefully get over 1,000 votes. That'll give us some good round numbers, but you could imagine they're not going to change. The percentage is probably not going to change very much from here, but 100x or more for a good portion of people, 50x, 5 to 10x. There is no price god saying that PulseChain, PulseX, Hex, Inc., blue chips, ecosystem coins, whatever. There's no price god with a gavel sitting up there waiting to beat down the green candles. No, don't go any farther. You better not go any farther. I'm gonna hit you down. You're gonna get it. Don't come any farther. There's no price god, as far as I know. Let me know if they are. If you saw a price god, let me know about that. So what else we got going on? Yeah, any questions? I'm gonna wrap up probably about 15 minutes. Let me know if you have any questions though. Yeah, I think, just some more on this too. Like, again, there's a lot of different ways to look at this. I recommend a ton of content. I did, and other people have done too, to binge on it. But if you want to use crypto as a tool to do more than just look at paper gains and hang out, rage post on Twitter for the next few cycles. Not what I'm in it for. But you gotta, I mean, to me, if I don't want to do that, I got to figure out ways to extract value with or without selling. Again, percentage of my bag. So I can actually do stuff in the real world. And, I've spent a ton of time trying to figure that out and hopefully provide some good information again with the previous streams and videos and stuff. You can be the guy with the 15-year hex stakes and drive the Lambo. I truly believe that. Like, you as in the ecosystem has people in it who are capable of, choosing what's the best for their life. What do they value, right? Start with what you value. You value freedom of movement. You just want to travel the world. You're single, all this stuff. That's one thing. You got a family. You just want to live a good life. You want to do this and that. You just want to pay off your mortgage, pay off your parents' mortgage, whatever. All these options. I start with, what are my values? And then I ask myself, am I well positioned to hit these milestones that will fulfill my goals that lead me to making those values, real, or getting me aligned towards those, or keeping me as far aligned as possible. And yeah, it's clearly, what a lot of people want to do in this ecosystem. That's what's so attractive about it too. But it doesn't happen for me. I don't think it happens without being proactive, positioning, solid long-term yield generation. It's one of those things. All right, get to a couple questions before we wrap up on a funny note. I got a funny one for you guys. We start out funny, we're going to end funny as well. PulseX. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Sorry. Best performer, eHex or pHex this cycle? I don't know. I don't really frame questions like that anymore, because if you believe, you've heard about Hart's Law, you believe in liquidity bonding and all this stuff that we talked about, and have videos on to search RHMax Hart's Law, for example. Watch a couple short videos or so. I don't really think of it in terms, I really buy into more of the everything goes up together type of thing. Personally, I have no idea, again. But what I personally believe is the whole ecosystem is explicitly tied together with liquidity, or it will be once Planned Glory ticks off a few more milestones, I guess. So I'm not really worried about buying Hex or pHex or Pulse or PulseX or Ink or whatever. I think some of them perhaps have more potential than others. Some of them are more or less risky than others. But some of them, are literally, Richard mentioned the other day, Ink appears to be, or he said something to the effect of appears to be leverage on Pulse and PulseX, or PulseChain at least. You got your pick there. It's like, again, I'll go back to the strat. Which is better, Pulse? I got this question for the last while too. Which is better, Pulse or PulseX? Do I like 2 scoops of ice cream or 3 scoops of ice cream? If you like ice cream, I don't know. I like ice cream, so I don't have trouble sleeping and not thinking about which coin to buy. I think, yeah. So don't do predictions or anything, but that's hopefully that'll give you some nuance. Should I move all my eHex to PulseChain? Well, I'd ask, what are you planning to do with it? Because if you move it to PulseChain, you can't stake it, not yet at least, not in the native protocol. So if you move it to PulseChain, can you do liquidity providing? Can you trade it? Can you, what else? Let's just save it for a rainy day. Save yourself from yourself by putting it in a place where you can't see it. I don't know. Like, what are the reasons? You guys tell me. Why have you moved eHex to PulseChain? I can tell you that when like people ask me, like, how do you buy eHex? For me, it's like the first thing that comes to mind is I use PulseX, or any aggregator or whatever, to buy it from PulseChain, because there's a ton of it bridged over. So, you can also use ETHhex, which Go World DeFi, exchange ETH. So this is ETHhex gateway. So it's Uniswap front end for the pools, because Uniswap gatekeeps. You guys know that Uniswap is super gatekeeping on Hex. Check this out. This may blow your mind. You type in Hex, you literally can't trade it. You click on it. You can't trade this token using Uniswap app. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. That's weird, right? Because we type in a derivative called Hedron. Wow, I can trade. I can trade Hedron. It says is trading. It gives you a warning. Beliefs let you trade it. Let's do like Maxi. You can trade all the max. You can trade all the derivatives of Hex, but you can't trade Hex itself. Are you kidding me? You could trade C Hex. I'm not sure that's the right one, but if it is, that is literally combined Hex. What is this? You can trade Pulse. Where's Rat Pulse? I think so. Or maybe you got to add it on here or whatever. Anyways, point being, Uniswap's just a front end. They don't control crypto. They were leading in it. They did a lot of amazing stuff, but they just don't want to let you trade Hex. So no problem. Go to ETHEX. ETHEX, Uniswap pools. There's also uniswap.hedron.pro. Alex's front end too. Plenty of EHEX available. It's just yeah, it's not combined Hex. Yeah, I'm not sure. There is a combined Hex, but it's not. Yeah, watch out for the ones. Check them before you look at them. Anyways, not cool, right? Not cool. I would appreciate if Uniswap would be consistent about banning scams, and that would immediately mean unbanning Hex, because not a scam by any measure you could possibly apply to it. Everything else, rugged, go to zero. Hex unaffected. Amazing, right? Let's see. I remember what the question. Oh, yeah. What to do with EHEX? Yeah. Do you guys give me some answers on that? I didn't realize it's that bad, right? We're not making this up when we say the gatekeeping, man. It's I try not to focus on stuff like that, but it's a little annoying when your favorite coin, you're limiting people access to it for no good reason. Same with CoinMarketCap. At least CoinMarketCap can say, at least look, I've literally never went to it on this browser before. I had to type it in, did autocomplete. At least on CoinMarketCap, they have some kind of reason, even whether you agree with the reason, it's not like it's irrelevant. They have a reason of, oh, it's not on enough centralized exchanges, doesn't have enough volume, whatever it is. Again, if you believe that reason. So that's why they put it on, page 2. We used to joke number 201 or 202, whatever. They even have I forgot they had a chat. They have like this bullish, and they have this chat. You can chat on coins and stuff too. So regardless, at least they have a reason that's like, okay, I don't agree with that being the reason you're gatekeeping it, but there is a reason of some sort. Uniswap's just like straight up, no. Straight up, you cannot trade. You cannot trade. Literally, you cannot trade this token using our app. You can use it any other front end that doesn't explicitly gatekeep Hex, but you can't use ours. And I don't explain that to you. It's I don't have a lot of good explanation for that. Amazing, right? So we're gonna wrap up. Let's see. Maybe I'll take one more real quick. Volatile asked, hey Max, do you think a squid position ARC system will do well? Man, I think any squid, dolphin, shark, I don't know. It's hard to, the leagues are cool, and they're like, if I'm accumulating a certain amount in it, like for example, a new coin or like in the ecosystem and stuff, for example, ink, like it's cool to have like ink leagues and stuff. It kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like, the proportion distribution and stuff. So, I mean, I think it depends. Yeah, it's hard to say if the squid position will do well. I mean, I would look at it more in terms of, what is my goal? What number do I want to get to do what I want to do, whatever that is, the way I think about it. And then how much capital do I need in the system to get to that goal, or some percentage of that goal, or close to that goal? And then you can track it over time and see how close you are. If if I want to DCA more to get to a certain point or whatever it is. So you can build models, you can build spreadsheets, you can, have a plan. I think whatever position, if it matches your number over your time frame based on a target price performance, I think you're probably ahead of most people on that. And if you can, lock it up, there's tools to lock it up, to stake it, and save yourself from yourself, all that stuff. Maths, as Bastille said. Then I think that's the way I think it'd be interesting to look at it. So, told you I'd get to one funding before we left. It's been a fun stream. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the fun stream. I saw, first of all, shout out to our friend Tommy. Great tweet. I'm going to drop it in here. He says, you held through 3 years of hex down only. Corrupt SEC attacks. Richard Hart not streaming. OKX delisting PLS. Mainstream attacks. This is just a short list. This is not even close to everything. This is a short list. And now you actually want to click sell before we pump 10x from here. And he shows this very visually depicting incredulous meme here with a frog and a Wojak-ish person, I believe. I was scrolling through, I saw this, and then I was scrolling through my YouTube, and I saw that he posted a video, and the thumbnail that he chose, or maybe didn't choose, maybe just picked the default one or whatever, was this one. Don't forget to join my Telegram with this face. And I just thought, I don't know, it cracked me up. Like I couldn't stop laughing at it for a minute. I was just like, did he intentionally choose it? And then the title, it's kind of like, what is it like? And then it's hilarious. It's hilarious. So what's the Telegram? Thanks. Amazing. Shout out to our friend Tommy. He is the hero we need. I do believe that. I think he gets criticized left, right, upside down, all that stuff. He gets a lot of praise, of course, too. But I don't know. I think I love objective content. He ticks all the boxes for me. I don't agree. There's so many things. That's the thing. I don't know why it's for me. It's so like straightforward. I can stream with people. I can watch people's videos. I can read, tweets or whatever. And people can say things that I do not agree with. I just do not agree with. I don't think their opinion is, I just don't think it's not what I believe. Like I don't agree with them. I guess it's the only way I could say it. They can say things I don't agree with. And that's okay. I can be annoyed for a moment. I can think, maybe they're less informed on that particular topic. Or I can say, wow, am I that more informed? Because that's not a very good take. All that stuff. But and I'm just speaking generally, not speaking about somebody. I'm just saying in general, I can see that. But if I can see they're creating value in all these other ways and all the stuff they did in the past and all these thousands, hundreds in video, I can look at their body of work and be like, that doesn't need to take anything away from them, even if I don't agree with something they're saying. And who says I'm right? Who says I'm right about something? Maybe what I don't agree with them about, they're actually right. I just don't know it yet. And it's a good perspective to have. So anyways, long way of saying whether I agree with anyone's videos or anyone's take or anyone's tweets or whatever, if it's a topic I'm interested in and I think it brings a perspective to the conversation, I by nature want to hear it in case I'm missing something or otherwise. I think it's informative. So shout out to everyone tell me. I think you do awesome work, and thank you for I don't know if it's intentional or not, but thank you for the funny thumbnail on your video today. Stay true to yourself. Appreciate that, Marcus. Somebody gonna say boatload people? Yeah. I think some of the things he says is just like nobody else will say them, or that many times, or in that way where they really hit. And he's been very informative for me. He's great. So baby dog cool. And he's entertaining. both informative and entertaining. Shout out to Dixon Piper. He came on stream a while back and we had a conversation. Great stream, by the way. And I remember him telling me, for content creation, for social media and stuff, he was saying, like, you got to be either informative or entertaining, or both. And that's, people like to see stuff like that. I agree. I like to see that stuff from people too. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for this journey you went on with me on the stream. Very fun. I'm glad I streamed. I'm glad I came on today to do it. Who knows if I'll be on tomorrow? Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but appreciate all of you. May you have the maddest of gains. May our ecosystem go to the moon. Scivive 5555. We are out.